This is weird. This is you, Mark. This video just popping up on my Facebook of you and your dad. I never knew your dad. I never knew you, Mark. You have been on my mind the past many days. A lot of angels coming through for you, a lot of life. And you hear my rooster. I'm ready for bed. It's 8:43 p.m. I'm the Good Shepherd. I'm like whispering now because, like, well, that's a whole other story. Okay. I don't ask myself why. I'm not here anymore to worry so much about what I share. And I'm going to start off right there because this is your father coming through me at 8:44 p.m. immediately upon seeing your video. And the reason I am reaching out to you is because, well, I already did. I saw your post the other day about your beautiful fiance who was killed many years ago by a drunk driver. I've been following you, Mark, for years on social media, Facebook. You went to Elon College also, Elon University. And I really was captured by going back to, my connection with you without ever knowing you in person. Who was your dad? Your videos with your dad, number one. I was like, that is like, your videos with your dad, and your dad's like, so real, not raw, unedited, very much so like me, very much so like a lot of people in life, Mark. And yet a lot of people, they can't even wish to be unedited because there's that fear of societal shame, blame, and judgment. I'm in my robe. I literally am ready for bed, and I have to heat up my pasta for tonight. I'm living, a life of my own here, and a lot going on, always, as with everybody, and I know a lot's going on in your life. And this is your father right now, continuing to... He's going to allow me to walk my ginger ale with my freshly squeezed limes back to my bedroom. I do sleep with my 2 chickens at night, my 2 small chickens, and it is early to bed, early to rise. I was so honored. I have to also share with you, Mark, when you had offered to send, people, again, many years ago, copies of the books that you wrote. What about Carlos? Or, I have all your books. You delivered them so graciously, so beautifully, and I did share, and I shared with you as well, and that's what life is about, and that's what you and your dad were doing, and that's what you continue doing, and you continue doing it with your father. He's not by your side anymore at those tables, and yet you continue to share your life. And what happens, Mark, also, your dad's coming in, is that, okay, hold on. This is really, okay. Your dad's like, take a deep breath. Okay, I don't drink wine anymore, but I used to a lot. So he's like, he goes, you have your ginger ale. Mark, I know that you struggle right now with a lot of health issues, and you're a young person. I'm pretty much the same age, as you. I'm a young person too, and I struggle with a lot of health issues as well. And, in life, I think when we struggle with such health issues, and you being, perhaps feeling alone without your father, of course, in your life, in the ways that he was for so many years of your life. I mean, intimately connected, probably even your last 10 or so years in particular. It is something about numbers and decades, and even with me becoming the Good Shepherd, it was like when I was 51. And, it's like, oh, well, it takes 50 years is what I felt. I heard from heaven at that point, Mark, for myself. 50 years for what? Half a century? Like, for what? To become the Good Shepherd. I go, what do you... Oh. It wasn't until further on down the road for myself that I thought I created that. The Good Shepherd, like, role. This is where life comes in, and this is where your dad is coming in for you right now. Your dad is really wanting you to share more. Your dad is wanting you not to veer away. This is why your fiance came through. And it's not but, it's really your dad. This is hard for me to explain, and yet today I also had another message with two angels coming through for two separate persons. This is two angels coming through for one person, you. And it was the picture of your fiance that yesterday, or whenever that was, a couple of days ago. Today is April the 19th, 2026, if I didn't already say that. I know you've loved dogs. You've lost a lot of dogs in your life. Here I am with one of my dogs, and your dad goes, you got to show Mark this. Okay. When I say, how do I say this? It's because when I'm communicating with angels, as I'm connected with your father right now, Mark, I'm not having a conversation with your dad like you have in your life had conversations with him or anybody. You know, it's not a conversation. The presence is here right now, and when your dad's done with this message, he'll let me know. I'm fully embodied with your father, fully embodied with your fiance, and yet fully embodied, it is your fiance that is having your father not have your father. Rather, she's backing your father up, going, this is about dad tonight. Real life doesn't come easy to life. Reality is our own perception. And yet there are so many in life, including your father and you and me and many others like us, who we appear to be, you know, at times like, okay, a little off the charts, or, you know, a little bizarre, or, you know, maybe we have a little temper, or, you know, where do we say things, we're unfiltered, you know. And yet this is where your father is coming through, and he's showing me a vision right now of, how do I say this? Okay, so this is what I'm saying. How do I say this? I'm receiving, and I then have to take it from my soul and process it through, you know, like a windmill or like a watermill. It has to go through my body to my mind, and then my mind deciphers. Your father is here today to, in other words, promote you as well as honor you. Your life, Mark. This isn't your father coming through saying, son, I'll see you soon. And yet your father's like, I can't wait to see you. Can't wait? He doesn't have to wait, because there's no time where your father is. And yet he delights in continuing to watch you live your life. He's showing me a vision right now of a very dark, how do you say, office space in a home. Dark space meaning mahogany or something, wood, dark wood, fancy, you know, dark leather, dark brown woods. The color of the wood is a study where your dad worked at some point in his life. I don't know. This is part of your treasure hunt, Mark. Treasure hunt meaning, well, I know, yeah, look, it's not because I'm sick, I'm getting old too. That was hard for me to get up. Your dad wants you to see life in every phase and stage of it. You and Carlos, the cow, what a special relationship you had with Carlos. And you didn't just have that in past tense, Mark. You still have it with Carlos. You created a book about Carlos. Carlos is, he'll probably be the one to pick you up when you do go to heaven yourself, whenever that is, Mark. You're going to be riding into heaven on Carlos. And I'm not saying this in any psychic way, because, well, I think you're one like me. You continue to redefine life. And so I actually just got distracted. My man, my silky rooster Andy, he's actually telling me to quiet down. Did your dad ever tell you to quiet down? Quiet down, Mark? This is Andy. This is my full buff silky rooster, and he does mate with me. Mate? I go, Natalie, you need to come up with a different term. This is not mating. Roosters have a level of testosterone that is incomparable. This is not even horny. He's not, it's his brain going, I need to, what? In life, we could say procreate. Well, he's clearly not procreating with me, and yet I'm his only girl. He was the only one born, my first ever full buff silkie to be hatched here in my care. He's special. Well, he's nearly cost me my marriage because he cock-a-doodle-doo. This is all part of your message. I don't share this to such extents with life, and yet it's out there now. You know, life can cause problems. Those we love can cause problems. And your dad was not only your greatest confidant and support and joy in life and fun. Those videos you did with your dad, what a treasure. Oh, I feel your dad. I do. It's like it's a very peaceful, like a beating of his heart. But you know, I do feel my heart actually is beating like this, the way my hand is. Mark, I think you're one that can understand when someone like me comes to you, and I have communicated with you, I have delivered to you before, never a video angel message. And look at me. I literally am going to bed. I'm not here for, I'm unedited. Not like you. You're unedited also, like you. Your dad wants you to remember who you are. And your sickness, which is also a message for me, because every angel that comes through to deliver a message, Mark, through me, to be delivered to life, is a message for me also. And as I explained earlier, I've also been very sick, a lot of procedures done. I don't have colon cancer. I don't have cirrhosis of the liver. I don't have colitis. I have many other things, and yet not cancer. And this has been a big part of my journey because, well, I know you do have cancer. And that's what we all learn in life, to fear, the big C, you know? I mean, there's multiple metaphors and cliches to be utilized and shared about cancer. This is your dad coming through and your fiance delighting. Like, she's still behind him. She's got hearts above her head in a vision that I'm seeing, not in my eyes. I don't see ghosts. I don't talk to dead people. I'm talking to souls. And when we do die, Mark, I can't tell you what happens. I can share with what I continue to receive throughout my life. And it's not that I can't believe it took me most of my life to begin sharing. It's that it took me that part of my life to be able to share. This is all for you as well, in the same ways I just said of myself. Your father wants you to continue learning. Do not allow yourself to be defined by your sickness. You are a source and a force of life in this world. Keep sharing. Your father says, remember also, Mark, it's not about the problem is. He says, it's not about a problem at all. It's about carrying onward and upward. Yes, like the Good Shepherd Natalie always shares. Because what the Good Shepherd shares, beyond Natalie, any Good Shepherd in life shares, these are very simple, at times humble, philosophical, divine words from actual angels. Your father says, okay, again, I'm not edited, and so I say it like it is. Your dad does say what I hear, not hear. I hear in my soul, go tie one on, and then he's like slapping his knee, and then he's like pouring another glass of wine. And this is very interesting. I love sharing this because this is a vision he's also giving me right now. And I do share as much as I can. It is hard for me to explain what I experience in talking to angels. Video messaging is something that an angel many years ago introduced me to, and whoa, and it was by, somebody else who, long stories, right? Mark, you're a long story. And Natalie's a long story. And your father is utilizing me, Natalie, as a person, as well as me, Natalie, as a messenger, because this is what your father wants for you right now to remember, is what I've just said in the past 15 minutes. Remember who you are. Your sickness does not define you. You are a source of life. You make your dad laugh, even in heaven. Your dad carries all those memories with him. I know your mother's up there. I'm not feeling your mother right now, and this is, again, the ways that I am able to share. Beyond typing words to share with you, the video helps me further explain. Your mother is present. And yet in heaven, we're not people anymore like this. So your mom's doing her own thing, and yet it's the source of the energy that I, as the one receiving, can feel. People in life can go, oh, they're together in heaven. Your mom and your dog and your whoever in life, Well, heaven continues to help me redefine the simplest things in life. That's your mom sharing these final words with you. That's beautiful. That your mother just tapped in as I was saying. Wow. Mark, you're a delightful soul. Your mother and father and your fiancé are delightful souls. I'm not here to say you'll meet again, and yet you will. When it's time. And until then, as I learned from my own life, I ain't dead yet. You ain't dead yet. A lot of us ain't dead yet. And it is how we turn our exhaustion. And it is exhausting being sick. And it is unknowing. Every day. Here's where your father is right now in me. You see that? You don't see it. I don't. I know you can't see it. You see how my hand is? This is your father saying, remain parallel to life. It is about onward and upward. Good shepherd. It doesn't take owning a flock of farms to be a good shepherd. And the fact that you yourself have been led all your life to a love of animals, you are a good shepherd, Mark. Again, this is why your father utilizes me, and I find this all truly beautiful. I'm really touched. I'm really quite honored. I don't plan any of these messages, Mark. I think I've explained that to you before. And I think this is my first video message to you. And well, as I continue to share messages from angels, I continue to free my own self from fears. Well, what are fears, Fears of being blamed, shamed, judged, all that, universal talk. I continue to find peace in freeing my soul. And when I'm freeing my soul, that is without fear. Because it's not our soul that fears. It is our mind. And it is life itself, at all, the universe that surrounds us of life, all, that creates and instills within us such fears for life, of life and death. Now your dad's having me place my hand. I'm not entirely in my mind right now, as you know. I'm always in my mind and always aware. And here's my other little frizzle hen right here, Janet, coming to say goodnight. These are my two that sleep with me at night. And, oh. I hear, I'm not a singer, but I often share singing also, and that's another fear I've shed, Mark, because of angels and because of heaven. I'm hearing your father sing right now, as he's leaving my soul. Right now, the message is done. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's so get? I can't sing it. It's bedtime. I've been outside all day. Your father wants to send you, well, me to bed. He wants to send you this message of love and acknowledgement of his continued existence in your life. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is all a journey and a treasure hunt. Every message delivered from angels is meant to continue furthering your own curiosity, to find yourself one day understanding that such persons like me are not exactly crazy for living a fairy tale life. I mean, heaven creates all, so to speak, and life creates from heaven, and fairy tales were created for a great purpose. Because life not should be a fairy tale, life is. And if we remember fairy tales, you're a writer, fairy tales are not all good and beautiful, Mark. Fairy tales are filled with horror and fear and ugly people and everything. And this is again your father. He goes good night, good night. He's done. He's like out of here. See, I'm now back fully in my mind. I don't know what your father was saying right there at the end, because I don't know anything. My hand's a little bit shaky right now. I've been shaky all day. I'm kind of joking at this point, saying divinely bombarded by angels over the past week. I don't know. I don't know. Is it a full moon? There's a lot going on in this world for sure, because whenever angels come forward through me, well, they're here every day with me, Mark, and yet when they come through in such ways like this, it's like there's something going on beyond me. Well, there always is, right? This is your journey. Embrace it, receive it. Whatever doesn't make sense to you, come to me, ask me, as well as what I've come to learn, Mark, and I share always with everyone, especially in the first video message, is that allow it to be received. This is a lot, a 22-minute message. It is within 1 to 3 days. When I take, X amount of hundreds of people and am able to create my hindsight, the hindsight is also what gives me the further insight and understandings of what it is I'm receiving. And that did take me a whole lifetime. You don't see 7-year-olds walking around being like, hey, and by the way, your dad's with me right now. And when you do hear that, we're like, whoa, what? But then when a 50-year-old says it, we're like, oh man, they need help. Your dad loves me. I love your dad. I know your father very well. And it is because of you. Your father thanks you for sharing his life. Your father thanks you for sharing life with him. Your father still shares life with you in such ways. This is beautiful. And with that, I bid you an adieu and good night until we meet again. We'll be in touch, Mark.